So anyone can move projects forward if they have an unlimited budget, but the real question is how many are actually finishing the projects within the budgets that were approved. And so this KPI is going to force accountability, and it's going to reveal whether your operations are disciplined or reactive. And so here we have a data set, and in this data set, we have pretty basic stuff. We have, project ID, when did it start, when did it end, if it ended, market, job type, who's the PM. But for this specific KPI, looking at it this specific way we're going to look at it, you're going to have, PM, contract revenue, and then we need projected final. And then also, is it active or closed? And then we can calculate this column, which is just what is the projected final cost, and then versus the budget. And you just subtract the two. So equals projected final minus budget. And you can see we get the same numbers here. And so I'm just going to delete this. We don't need it. But to do this KPI, what we need is we need a unique list of the project manager. So equals unique. And then here, we don't want duplicates. Here, and then enter, and you have that here. We're not going to sort these yet because I'm going to sort at the end of the video based on the values. So we want to sort the values largest to smallest. Okay, so here now we need to calculate active projects, projects over budget, and percent over budget. So I'm just going to copy this and then paste this here to save a couple seconds. Okay, so the number of active projects is pretty easy to calculate. It's just how many times does this name show up, and it shows active here. You can see down at the bottom, we get more that are active, which makes sense. We're assuming, this is recent data, even though it's dummy data. I do have multiple, HVAC clients, and I can show, I'm familiar with the structure of the data. So equals COUNTIFS, and remember Brandon Shaw's in cell B3 because I'm not going to come back to click there. So what we need is this, comma, active, comma, and then this, comma, cell B3. And you can see currently Brandon Shaw has 5 active projects. Double click, and you get the total number of active projects. Now, how can we calculate the number that are over budget? And so here, a negative number means it's under budget, and a positive number means it's over budget. So we need to count the number of positive numbers here, if active and if Brandon. And so the way we can do that is we can actually just use this formula here. So copy and paste, but we just need to add one more criteria. Comma is quotations greater than 0. And now you can see how many are over budget. And then now a simple percentage is how many are over budget divided by the number of active projects. Just format it as a percentage and then drag it down or copy it down. And then finally, to make the chart pretty straightforward, just highlight the PM, hold down Control, highlight over budget, go to Insert, and then you can choose which chart, but I'll just do a simple clustered column chart. And then earlier I told you I was going to sort this based on the value, so I want to do largest to smallest, and let's see if that works. Yep. So we're good here, and so now you can see easily, who's over budget. One thing I want to do is let me just change the title just to make it look exactly like that. And then finally, if you want to add the percentages here, just click on the chart, click the little crosshair, data labels, and then you have that here. And so, yeah, that's how you calculate it. Again, this is, one way to slice this data. Another valuable way could be by PM and by job type, right? Because then you can get way more granular. And it's the same setup. You're just going to add a second criteria. So it's the same setup here, but what you could do is you could just, on the top, do the job type. And then you would just have to count the number over budget and divide it by the active projects to get this percentage. You would essentially have to recalculate this percentage in a single cell. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. As always, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. And again, this file is available for download. If you can't find it, shoot me an email. And I can send it your way. Also, if you need some help structuring your data this way or getting insights into your data or creating, these insights for you, then there's a link to my calendar, or you can just shoot me an email that way. But anyways, that's all I got for this one, and I'll see you in future videos.